We remained in London the following week to face Brentford. Captain Martin Odegaard lined up in the heart of our midfield alongside Declan Rice and Martin Zubimendi, while Mikel Merino led the line.
Here's Madueke. Lovely combination with Ben White. Clips it into the box and Merino's header finds the back of the net. Well, that didn't take Arsenal long, did it? And Mikel Merino, fresh off the back of his goal at Stamford Bridge, is on the score sheet once again. It's Arsenal 1, Brentford 0. Here's Odegaard. Out to the right for Madueke. Lovely feet from Noni Madueke again. He gets the shot off. Kelleher beats it down into the ground and it's hooked away by Janelt in the end.
Unbelievable. It's like got quicker feet than Michael Flatley doing the river dance.
He's going to deliver this left-footed. Into the box it goes, headed towards goal, it comes back off the crossbar. I wonder if David Raya got something on that on its way.
Magnificent save from David Raya. That is absolutely world class.
Delivers into the box, Merino challenging, comes to Rice, tees up Calafiori. Right-footed effort from Calafiori, Kelleher makes the save. Merino looking to pounce, he goes down, wanting a penalty. The referee waves it away almost instantly. Calafiori approaching the box, cuts inside, Ricardo Calafiori, good save from Kelleher, and then Saka's effort was such a tame one in the end.
He's actually got his foot on the top of the ball and just hit it with his studs.
Well, there's going to be a minimum of 6 minutes added here. Our second Arsenal goal would ease the nerves inside Emirates Stadium. Bukayo Saka's in here, opportunity for him, checks back onto the left foot, and Kelleher makes a meal of it, and it's ended up in the back of the net. Arsenal have their second. Surely now Arsenal have their 3 points. Saka off the bench and onto the score sheet. Arsenal 2, Brentford 0.
Merino's powerful header and a goal from Bukayo Saka, introduced off the bench, sealed it. David Raya dealt with everything his former club threw at him to extend our run of 18 games unbeaten in all competitions.
I guess the key about scoring headers is more the timing and what you do before contacting the ball instead of what you do when you contact the ball. That goal against Brentford was a really good one. Not only my movement, but also Noni and Ben White's cross was unreal. Yeah, headers are something that I love. I learned when I was younger and I keep them with me now.
Mikel Arteta and his men faced Unai Emery's Aston Villa next. Villa Park had become a bit of a fortress for the Villains, having lost just one of their last 25 league encounters on their own turf since we defeated them 2-0 the previous August.
Works it infield to Saka eventually. Opportunity for Bukayo Saka. Well saved by Martinez, it's still alive here for Arsenal. Odegaard to White. Into the box it goes and Saka headers just wide. That's a big opportunity, you know. Odegaard around the back the corner of the box. Lovely ball into Bukayo Saka. Across the face of goal it goes. And Eberechi turns it in, but the flag's up.
Yeah, just offside. Just goes behind Maatsen there.
Into the box it goes. Timber got a touch. It comes to Cash. And Aston Villa have broken the deadlock. And it's Matty Cash forward from right back, who smashes it past David Raya from close range.
Those changes already made an impact, if you ask me.
Odegaard in towards Leandro Trossard, and that's just wide from the Belgian. Difficult technique, but it wasn't far away. Saka into Odegaard, and Saka looks to make the run on the outside. Odegaard will use him. Bukayo Saka across the face of goal, and Trossard off the bench turns it in at the far post. And Arsenal have their equaliser early on in this second half. Into Odegaard. Odegaard takes the shot. Oh, and it's a really brilliant effort from the Arsenal captain. And Emi Martinez, I think, just about got a hand to that. Rodgers' ball in towards the far post. Sanchez header back into the danger zone, and Arsenal struggle to clear their lines. Buendia keeps it alive, and Timber with a crucial block. It's still alive, Buendia! And Aston Villa have won it right to the death. Unai Emery's side delivering the knockout blow. Absolute scenes at Villa Park.
Despite Leandro Trossard's 50th league goal, our 18-game unbeaten run came to an end. Back to the Champions League, and we were hoping to solidify our place in the last 16 by maintaining the only 100% winning record left in the competition when we faced Club Brugge for the first time. We were boosted by Gabriel Jesus returning to the squad after 332 days out following an ACL injury.
Norgard with the cross. It's towards Madueke, who rose highest. Lewis Skelly's effort turned towards goal by Nkapie, and I think it's come off the foot of the post. Arsenal going extremely close there. Here's Noni Madueke on the charge. Gets the shot off Noni Madueke with a screamer. What a goal that is from Arsenal's summer signing. Pick that one out. Noni Madueke makes it Brugge 0, Arsenal 1.
Yeah, that's a fantastic strike from a long way out, and that's what Madueke can do.
Into the midfield towards Van Aken. Lovely first-time ball around the corner, and Brugge are in here. It's Stankovic. Well stopped by Raya down to his right. That's an excellent save.
Yeah, that's a superb save. Yeah, he almost sort of ran out of ideas when he went through there, but he got loads of power. Bottom left corner, but that's a strong arm by Raya there.
Zubimendi's left-footed ball into the box is a good one, and Madueke's there at the far post to score his second of the evening.
Yeah, that's a fantastic delivery from the left-hand side from Zubimendi. Just caught everybody out, but Madueke is one that followed it in, and it's an easy tap-in for him, but a fantastic cross.
Here's Martinelli again, coming to life on that left-hand side for Arsenal. He gets the strike off. Oh, it's another beauty. That is truly magnificent.
But he cuts inside, he knows what he's going to do, just bends it right in that far top corner. That's a good strike.
It's brilliant from Gabriel Martinelli. Here's Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel Jesus strikes the woodwork. He so nearly had that goal to mark his return.
There's only one thing on his mind here. He's just come back from injury, he's going to shoot.
Two sensational strikes saw us storm to victory in Belgium, making it 6 wins out of 6 in the Champions League. Gabriel Martinelli made history as he became the first Arsenal player to score in 5 consecutive Champions League fixtures. We hope to return to winning ways in the Premier League next, as we hosted rock-bottom Wolverhampton Wanderers in North London. William Saliba and Jurrien Timber were back in the starting 11 after recovering from injury.
Plays one in. There's the header. It's off target in the end from Jurrien Timber.
Yeah, good play from Bukayo Saka.
And Wolves can break here. Here's Hwang, who's away on goal. He's got to go on his own. Arsenal trying to get back. Hwang, Timber trying to get to him. It's still Hwang. Forces a save out of Raya.
That's a brilliant save from David Raya. And then Hwang couldn't quite get his purchase on his shot away.
That's a better ball in. Martinelli heads it across. Somehow, it didn't go on target. It's out for a goal kick. Martinelli trying to take on Doherty. That's better. Martinelli still going right across the face of the goal and wide, but that was so much better. Far more energy. So, will it be Rice? It is Declan Rice. Good effort! Wasn't far away. Johnston got a touch to that corner.
Brilliant save from Sam Johnson.
Saka's corner. Deeper one. Johnston. It's hit the post. It's gone in! And Bukayo Saka may well claim that. Johnston just couldn't keep it out. It cannoned off the post, and Arsenal have taken the lead.
Rob Edwards looks on, just can't believe that his team had defended for so long and concede such a sloppy goal.
A little bit edgy at the moment. Mane gets a shot, it deflects and it's in! It's been turned in by Tolu, and Wolves out of nothing have equalised. Saka plays another one in. There's the header! And there's the goal! And Gabriel Jesus is off the bench! And has he won it for Arsenal?
Tim, that is a massive, massive goal. Fantastic play from Bukayo Saka on the right-hand side.
We escaped a crazy ending at Emirates Stadium with a precious victory that kept us top of the Premier League table. A first ever trip to Everton's new Hill Dickinson Stadium was next. 3 points there would see us sit top of the Premier League tree at Christmas.
Rice's corner kick, right-footed delivery into the box. Calafiori looking to attack it. Now go behind for a goal kick. Arsenal again appealing for something.
I think they're saying that there might have been a possibility of a handball by O'Brien. He has put his arms up towards it. It's definitely his hands, and he's pushed it away.
Well, Sam Barrett's having a look. Michael Salisbury, the VAR, has obviously told him to have a look. Here he is. He's going to announce his decision to the stadium.
After review, Everton 15 commits a handball offence. My final decision will be penalty kick.
And there you have it. Arsenal awarded a penalty. Victor Gyökeres here for Arsenal, and he's got the opportunity to give Arsenal the lead here at the Hill Dickinson Stadium. Victor Gyökeres steps up and scores, and Arsenal lead at Everton, and Victor Gyökeres is the man who breaks the deadlock.
Although Pickford goes the right way, he's not stopping that. Gyökeres has hit that like a bullet.
Timber making that overlapping run again. Saka will find him. Timber cuts it back. Saka. Brilliant Arsenal play. It was Tarkovs who just opened up that right boot and steered it away.
If that had come across and it was on his left, he can bend that in.
Here's Declan Rice. Tees up Leandro Trossard. It comes crashing off the post. And Timber couldn't divert the rebound in. Brilliant Arsenal move.
Trossard does everything right. He just sets it a little bit too wide, doesn't wrap his foot around it quite enough.
And Fury coming forward. Beautiful pick out to find Bukayo Saka. Odegaard cuts this back to the edge of the box. Zubimendi off the post again. And it comes to Martin Odegaard, who was in an offside position. And that's the second time Arsenal have hit that particular post in this second period.
Victor Gyökeres' 7th goal of the season, coupled with a clean sheet, meant we took 3 points back to North London. Attention then turned to the Carabao Cup quarter-final, as Crystal Palace came to Emirates Stadium in the last fixture before Christmas. Gabriel Jesus made his first start for almost a year, his 100th Arsenal appearance.
Bukayo Saka's with the corner towards Calafiori. And it eventually makes its way into the back of the net. An Arsenal lead in the quarter-final. They've had to be patient and bide their time. But finally, there is a gap and the Gunners are able to exploit it. It's an own goal by the Palace defender, Maxence Lacroix. Into the 5th minute added on as the ball is whipped in and touched home. Palace equalise in the 5th minute of stoppage time here. They're back on level terms. The first test for the Croats in defence. Onto his favoured left foot it goes. Rice was in there. And Benitez again. What a last line of defence he has been. And that is the last bit of action of the 90 minutes. It will go to penalties. Arsenal felt as though they had it wrapped up. Odegaard against Benitez. A shimmy and into the back of the net. It's Mateta, and it was ever so casual. Rice steps up and thumps it in. Deveni sends Kepa the wrong way. And Saka scores. Looking to make it 3-3. Does make it 3-3. Leandro Trossard, beautifully done. 4-4 now. Up steps the Spaniards. We've had 10 perfect penalties. 6-5 to the Gunners. Wharton. Timber steps up, and Timber slams home. Now he angles. Uche slots it in. William Saliba delays and just ropes it home. And saved by Kepa, who schedules a Carabao Cup semi-final date with Chelsea.
Kepa was the hero as he saved the decisive spot kick from Maxence Lacroix to send us into the semi-finals after an epic penalty shootout. Brighton were the visitors to Emirates next. Mikel Arteta made 8 changes as we return to Premier League action, including David Raya, who lined up to make his 150th Premier League appearance.
Now Saka. Away from Kuipers. It's Bukayo Saka. Brighton do just enough to hang on.
And to be fair, just as he gets into the penalty area, maybe he should be just putting it across the 6-yard box.
Options in the middle. Here's Martin Odegaard! What a way to open your account for the season. And it was well worth the wait. The Arsenal captain leads by example here. There's danger here for Brighton. Saka with the spectacular. And there's Mikel Merino, and it's flicked towards goal by Zubimendi. And somehow that has stayed out.
Comes out to Leandro Trossard, so Bukayo Saka gets his volley in, comes back to Merino. Little flick from Zubimendi, really good save from Verbruggen.
Oh, and it's gone all the way in. Arsenal are able to profit from an own goal. Jorginho Ruta got the final touch, and they are heading towards 3 points and back to the top of the Premier League table. This delivery takes a wicked deflection. There's Ruta. And now Yassine Ayari off the base of the post, but then slammed in by Diego Gomez. Showing a bit too much respect to Brighton at the moment. Flicks on for Minter. What a save that is! It may well be the save of the season. Dunk blocking his route through to goal. What a ball! And Martinelli should have done better. And doesn't he know it?
Martin Odegaard's first goal of the season helped us make it 8 wins from 9 home league games.
I think we started the game really strong, played some really good football. I scored a nice goal in a good position for me, and it was nice to get my goal. In general, it's always tough to play Brighton. I think the way they play is very demanding and very challenging in many different ways, but it was a strong performance and a good win in the end. So yeah, happy with that one.
Come on, Arsenal!
The final match of 2025 and a 2nd December fixture versus Aston Villa, this time at the Emirates. A chance to end the year on a high and respond to the defeat at Villa Park earlier in the month.
Held in by Bukayo Saka, it's trouble Martinez, and it's gone in! And Gabriel is back with a bang! It's like the Brazilian has never been away. The biggest aerial threat in the Premier League strikes again. Sancho losing out to the Arsenal captain Martin Odegaard, who can roll it through for Zubimendi! In the battle of the Basque managers, it's the son of San Sebastian who makes the difference. A run from deep, an unexpected goal scorer, and Arsenal have doubled their advantage. Odegaard can whip this one in. Saka couldn't make the connection. Timber will lay it off for Trossard. It's 3. He scored away, and he's done so on home turf too. A 3rd different goal scorer for the Gunners tonight. And that surely makes certain of the 3 points. It is a statement victory. Zubimendi rides the challenge from Garcia. Willing runner ahead of him in Trossard. Now looking to turn provider for Jesus! Oh, what a goal! Oh, he is fit and firing now. The man who began Arsenal scoring in 2025. That's the finishing touch and the cherry on top. Marlon is able to turn around and get in behind and squeeze it in, surely. And this time they do make it count, and there goes Arsenal's clean sheet. Ollie Watkins at Emirates Stadium.
We ended the calendar year on top of the Premier League table for the 7th time after an outstanding second half showing.
In and around the box, I always try to find the gap to shoot. I think I'm quite good on both feet, so it helps me, and yeah, that's where you can get the goals from as well. As an attacker, you always want to be involved within the goals and assists, so it's always nice to add those to your game as well. It's not the most important thing, but it gives you confidence, a boost, I would say.
There's a kind of yin and yang element to those two games against Aston Villa, because I think the one at Villa Park, where it didn't go Arsenal's way very, very late, felt like an absolute dagger. So to take the return fixture against Aston Villa, who fancied themselves a little bit as having a say in this upper echelons of the league this season, and absolutely put on a masterclass of attacking football and beat them handsomely. I don't think they were particularly sending out a statement, but somehow I think they sent a message to themselves as much as anything, this Arsenal team. And every player has wanted to be able to relish a moment that they've played a part.
At the halfway stage of the Premier League season, Arsenal were top of the table. 45 points from 19 games saw us 4 clear of Manchester City in second. December was also marked with David Raya receiving the Premier League Save of the Month award for his effort against Brighton. So 2025 came to its close with the Gunners fighting on all fronts. We kicked off the new year with a Saturday early evening trip to Bournemouth, hoping to add 3 points to our tally in retaliation to the Cherries doing the double over us the previous season.
Given away by Gabriel, big mistake, and Evan Nielsen takes advantage of it. And Arsenal find themselves behind 10 minutes in. Evan Nielsen gifted the opening goal. Bournemouth 1, Arsenal 0.
Gabriel, he's just scuffed the pass completely.
Madueke picks it up on the right. Drops the shoulder, gets beyond Semenyo. Madueke inside the box, great footwork from him. And it's come to Gabriel Martinelli, and then Gabriel fires home. It's Bournemouth 1, Arsenal 1.
Comes out to Madueke on the right-hand side. He's 1v1 against Semenyo. Rolls it back, comes to Martinelli, shots blocked, comes to Gabriel, smashes it in the back of the net to put us back in it at 1-1. Brilliant reaction from the boys and brilliant play from Madueke on that right-hand side.
Timbers ball forward. Martinelli's flick on. Might come here for Victor Gyökeres. Breaks to Odegaard instead, cuts it back to Declan Rice. That is a stunning finish. And Arsenal have their noses in front. Declan Rice back in the 11 and in among the goals.
Lovely little invited pass there from Martin Odegaard, which tells Declan Rice he did it first time with the instep with his right foot.
And Saka's in behind here. Saka cuts it back and Rice scores his second of the evening. And with that gives Arsenal some breathing space.
Bukayo Saka coming on, just making sure he's running in behind Truffert. Great little weighted pass again from Martin Odegaard. Brilliant cutback from Bukayo Saka and a clinical finish from Declan Rice.
Worked it inside, and here is Krupi. Good effort, and Bournemouth are back in this. And he comes off the bench and halves the deficit between the two sides.
The perfect way to start 2026. A close encounter, but we held on for our 7th straight win and a 6-point lead at the top. It was a pivotal Thursday night title race fixture against Liverpool under the lights at a cold Emirates Stadium next. Our opponents came into the match off a 9-game unbeaten run in all competitions.
Here goes Saka. Tries his luck, good effort, but it's a comfortable save for Alisson, but worth a go, especially on this surface. Bradley continues the run, he's got Frimpong with him down the middle. Saliba, oh! Raya had to take immediate action. There's a shot over the top, it's hit the crossbar! And the rebound here for Gakpo deflects. Liverpool so close to the opening goal. That's clever. Timber clips one in, it's headed out by Bradley. Szoboszlai's in, the shot comes in. Rice was in there.
Great little ball from during Timber getting to the byline. Again, couldn't quite find the right cross.
Odegaard, nice football. Saka, still Saka, it's blocked. Liverpool just about deal with it this time.
There's really good defending from Kirkez. Just made sure that he followed the run of Bukayo Saka, got his block in. Four-man wall this time. Just make sure that David Raya can get a good sight into the ball.
Szoboszlai just clears the bar.
Szoboszlai again, that technique, the side foot trying to get it dip.
Minimum of 4 minutes to be added on. Arsenal play one in, headed goalwards from Jesus, but it's an easy save. Martinelli taking on Bradley. Still Martinelli, makes room for the shot, it's a good height for Alisson, and it's a comfortable save at the end. Madueke sends in the corner, it's a deeper one. Headed goalwards, is it? It's out of play. Gabriel was climbing. There goes the final whistle, and it's finished here at the Emirates. Arsenal 0, Liverpool 0.
A goalless draw, but following a Manchester City stumble earlier in the week, we remain 6 points clear at the top of the table. An FA Cup third round at a rain-soaked Fratton Park was upon us. Kepa Arrizabalaga started in goal with a heavily rotated lineup in front of him, including a start for Hale Enders, Miles Lewis-Skelly and Ethan Nwaneri.
Noni Madueke playing himself into a bit of trouble there. Blair across the penalty area, effort at goal, saved by Kepa and turned in from close range by Bishop. And Portsmouth have their dream start.
That is an absolutely dream start, and it's been pressure from Portsmouth. And they deserve it. They've worked hard in this first few minutes.
There's this ball in, helped on, bit of chaos around the 6-yard box, and Arsenal managed to bundle it in. And it's Christian Norgard, an unlikely goal source for Arsenal, but they are back on level terms. Just wondering if it was Christian Norgard that got the final touch. Here's Blair on the corner of the box. Blair's effort, Kepa makes the save. Blair's low effort. Madueke's ball in towards the near post and glanced in by Gabriel Martinelli.
That is all about the delivery. I mean, it is a great header by Martinelli. He gets the perfect amount of touch on it.
Jesus, lovely little change of direction from him. Finds Ben White, early delivery into the box. Martinelli, it's come off the post, has it, in the end? And a grateful Joseph Bursic was able to pounce on the loose ball. Huge Arsenal chance there. Here's Madueke, looking to take on Swanson. Madueke goes down and Arsenal have a penalty.
Yeah, all day long, Swanson wasn't fully committed. He allowed Madueke to run at him. You can't just shove yourself into someone.
Noni Madueke won the penalty. And Noni Madueke's missed the penalty. He's put it wide of the right-hand post. And Arsenal spurn the opportunity to go 3-1 up. Here's Ethan Nwaneri. Madueke. I think his initial touch was a little bit heavy there. It took him into Chaplin, who committed the foul, though. Arsenal take it quickly. Jesus' ball across. Met at the far post by Gabriel Martinelli, who scores Arsenal's third and his second of the afternoon. It's Portsmouth 1, Arsenal 3. Havertz his ball in behind, finds Madueke. Noni Madueke deflected into the side netting. Paul with a really important block, not for the first time. Madueke's ball into that near post area, and it's into the back of the net. Gabriel Martinelli celebrates again. Arsenal's hat-trick hero. Lightning has really struck twice. A similar delivery, a similar finish, and Arsenal surely now are marching on to the fourth round.
An early setback turned into a Martinelli masterclass as he secured his first ever Arsenal hat-trick, while 16-year-old Marley Salmon became our youngest ever FA Cup player. A Carabao Cup semi-final first leg across town at Stamford Bridge, it was another start for Kepa Arrizabalaga, who faced his former side, and also Declan Rice, who was celebrating his 27th birthday.
Another wicked delivery by Declan Rice, and it's glanced in! And Ben Wright has opened up the scoring against Chelsea. It's been a long time coming. A Ben White goal for Arsenal. The last time he netted was actually a brace against Chelsea a couple of seasons ago. Saka not afforded too much space in the first half by Marc Cucurella. White's delivery, and it will fall for Gyökeres, who steps up to deliver in the semi-final.
Do you know what? Gyökeres needed that. He needed that goal today. Fantastic work there from Ben White and Saka down the right-hand side. Keeper probably should have done a little bit better there, but a nice, easy tap-in. But he needed that, I think.
Chelsea do typically have a very strong record at this stage of the competition. Neto teasing one in. Garnacho. Chelsea have one back. Alejandro Garnacho, the substitutes, hands them a lifeline. Saka pinning back Marc Cucurella. Marino. Zubimendi getting forwards into the area too. Arsenal's conductor takes centre stage at Stamford Bridge. Well, he has discovered his scoring touch this season, and now he has delivered for Arsenal in a semi-final as well. There's one there. Kepa to punch away, but Garnacho has fired it straight back in. And just like that, Arsenal's lead is halved again.
A breathless 3-2 win to take into the return leg at the Emirates the following month. Next up, a third game in a run of 4 straight away fixtures in as many competitions, this time a top-flight clash at the City Ground to face Nottingham Forest.
Be headed back, then headed out, not very far. Madueke shoots. Martinelli must score. No, it's gone wide.
Oh, I can't believe he's missed that. A player of his quality, you expect that to be nestling in the back of the net.
It's going to be a long throw from Ola Aina. Headed away by Rice, then cleared by the Gunners. Oh, it's a mistake by Murillo. Gyökeres could be in here. He's on his own, Victor Gyökeres. Murillo trying to get back. Gyökeres! Great defending by Murillo. He recovers, and it's a corner.
Yeah, he just didn't quite have the pace to get away from Murillo. He couldn't get the ball down either. It was bouncing awkwardly, just a big clearance.
One back by Saka. Bukayo Saka pulls it back. Rice is in there, forces a save out of Sells. Corner.
I'll tell you what, Declan Rice will be disappointed with that. It comes at not a bad height for him, maybe a little bit too high, but it's Saka's first touch in the game.
Jesus, Rice making a good run. Clips one in. Saka's header! It's a fine save from Sells.
Yeah, it's a great ball in from Declan Rice. Saka does really well to generate some power on that, because it's not an easy header.
Oh, it's just gone wide. Marino was in there. That was a big opportunity.
Yeah, massive chance. Marino is inches away from this. I just wonder whether I thought he's just trying to glance it.
Jesus has done well. Ez is in there immediately. And then that's a corner. Maybe a bit of a handball shout here.
He's on the pitch, the ball's in play, and he tries to scoop it on with his arm.
No, I think it would have been incredibly harsh.
Despite having the best of the chances, we were held to a frustrating 0-0 draw against a dogged Forest side. Champions League matchday 7 and the Premier League leaders versus the side atop the Serie A standings at San Siro. 7 changes were made from the team that faced Forest last time out. Bukayo Saka, Gabriel Jesus and Leandro Trossard led our attack.
Eza, Marino, Lewis Skelly, and there's Jurien Timber, and then it's helped in on its way. Gunners' joy, sparked by Jesus. His first starts in the Champions League in 14 months. And goodness me, has he made it count. It's out for Marcus Thuram. Blocked by Mosquera, and then by Lewis Skelly. And then that is a thumping finish by Petar Sucic. Here comes from Saka, plenty of height, back across by Trossard, and then nodded in. And Gabriel Jesus has a second. The Gunners back in front, and Jesus is the hero inside this footballing cathedral. Saka's ball looks for Trossard, and it wasn't too far away.
Yeah, superb from Saka. Trossard just tried to put it into a good area.
Here's Jesus on a hat-trick, sliding it through for Bukayo Saka. And it was a vital challenge right at the last moment.
Saka just delayed.
For Esposito on the turn, he's done well, but he very nearly got the better of David Raya.
Good strength and what a turn. Somehow manages to get that shot away.
Gabriel Martinelli spotted the run of Gyökeres. He's picked him out expertly there with the outside of his boot. Saka with him. And Gyökeres will go for goal, and Gyökeres will curl it home. Arsenal's marksman hits the target in Milan.
A famous European night in Milan. 7 wins from 7 in the continent's top competition. Our longest ever Champions League winning run. And a top 2 finish confirmed, guaranteeing home advantage in our knockout round's second legs. After 4 successive away games in different competitions, it was a warm welcome back to Emirates Stadium for Mikel Arteta and his players as we faced old rivals Manchester United.
In from Rice, flick towards goal, and that is a good stop by Sene Lomans. We couldn't have seen too much of it. Space for Hincapié. Lips it in, looking for Saka. He still fall for Arsenal's number 7. Lovely first touch. There's Ødegaard, and it's gone all the way through. A touch of fortune. And flicked back in brilliantly by Ødegaard. Timber was up there, but it was Martinez last. And it is a much different story too if Arsenal were facing Ruben Amorim's side as Mbeumo's through with a chance to equalise. And he punishes the Gunners. Here's Dorgu. Exchanging passes with Fernandes. Dorgu emerges with possession and scores an absolute screamer. It is a thunderbolt by Patrick Dorgu. Saka shoots. Required a low stop from the Belgian keeper. Another Arsenal corner. 7 minutes remaining. Oh, it was missed. Has it crossed the line? Yes, it has. Arsenal back on level terms. And Mikel Merino makes his mark from the bench. There's Cunha.
Travelled into space and just whipped it with his right foot to Raya's left-hand side.
Our unbeaten home record this season came to an end on a disappointing afternoon in North London. The final Champions League phase fixture, a chance to make history by winning all 8 group games. And for Kai Havertz, after an injury-plagued 12 months, a first start since February 2025.
Eze finding Havertz, and look at Gyökeres, who's in behind and able to take this under his spell. Victor Gyökeres, and inside the opening 2 minutes here in North London, the shackles are off and Arsenal take the lead to assert their dominance. They're on top in the league phase and they are very much on top in this tie. Flicked on by Ed Milson. Jorginho's gone down. Well, he's adamant that should be a penalty. There is actually a VAR penalty check going on now. And it's the Swiss official, Schneider, going to decide here. Penalty to Kairat. And now he faces a Champions League winner in Kepa and sends him the wrong way. And Kairat are able to wheel away in celebration at the Emirates. Havertz is released and will have the pace to get there too. Gyökeres clearing the space for him and Havertz can rifle it in. And it is a wonderful return to the starting lineup for Kai Havertz, who has had such a torrid time with injury. That's a lovely flick by Christian Norgard and a tap in at the far post, but the flag is up. They were queuing up with Gyökeres and Martinelli. Goal given. Gabriel Martinelli makes it 3 for Arsenal. Brazilian perhaps not quite expecting that outcome. There's Gromyko. It's a handy cross, and that is another goal back. And Kairat and Marti are able to celebrate.
History made at the Emirates. We became the first side ever to win all 8 Champions League phase games. The 200th win of Mikel Arteta's Arsenal tenure.
Playing at the Emirates is a dream come true. It's one of the best stadiums in the world. The atmosphere every time the team is flowing is unreal. I remember nights like in Champions League recently were just rocking, and that helps the team a lot. So hopefully we can keep building that connection between the fans and the players, and I'm sure big things will come.
A Saturday afternoon at Ellen Road would be our last fixture of January as we face Daniel Farke's Leeds. There was a last-minute change before kick-off, with Noni Madueke stepping in after Bukayo Saka pulled up in the warm-up.
Again, right in there. Darlow just about got a punch away. Leeds half clear it. Rice feeds it wide to Madueke. Sends over another cross. There's the header, and there's the goal. Martin Zubimendi has scored, and it's Leeds 0, Arsenal 1.
That's a great decision by Madueke. He looked at taking full back on. He chops inside, pretty similar to how Bukayo Saka does. It's a lovely delivery, but the timing of the run from Zubimendi is perfect. It can't be picked up. It's the perfect header.
Madueke with another corner. It's gone in. Darlow couldn't keep it out, and Arsenal have doubled their lead.
That is all about the delivery. I mean, to bend the ball from there into that near post area, right on top of everybody, that's so difficult, Tim. I mean, if no one touches that, that's going in. But it just causes mayhem.
Odegaard looking for the run of Martinelli. He gets just ahead of Struijk on that occasion. Cuts inside. Good delivery! And Gyökeres has turned it in! And that is 3-0 now to the Gunners.
Yeah, that's going to sink Leeds. They put so much effort into that. Odegaard with a lovely pass through to Martinelli, who rode the challenge and then delivered it, and Gyökeres was being really strong in the centre of the box, holding his ground. He gets a well-deserved goal.
Arsenal go again. Odegaard, Jesus, nice turn. Still Jesus. Oh, that's wonderful. Quality finish. 4-0. And this is now turning into a rout.
Am I allowed to say I told you so? I knew he'd come on and get something. He's in good form. He had those 2 chances earlier, the header point blank that Darlow saved, but that's great skill. He holds the ball up in the box, makes room for himself, and the finish.
A dominant performance as we made it 5 away wins across all competitions, a feat achieved for just the 2nd time in the club's history. Our lead at the top of the table at the end of the month, 7 points. As January came to its conclusion, we'd amassed 53 points. Below us, the battle for Europe began to heat up. Earlier in the month, it was managerial change for Chelsea and Manchester United as both Enzo Maresca and Ruben Amorim had their contracts terminated.